Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/citizenho. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Hello there.
Hola!
And welcome to the number one podcast nobody listens to.
Right. I think you've tried that joke before.
I'm Scott.
I'm Kevin.
And fuck you.
Right.
So,
come up with something more
sorry
creative.
We've been MIA. I had the 18th anniversary of my 21st birthday this week.
Yeah. You're old.
Dude, you're 6 months older than me.
So we're both old. What a shocker.
Technically, you're 5 months and like 21 days, but...
Oh, well, excuse
Are
me.
you on Facebook while we're recording?
No, I was bringing up Movie Insider for later. I was doing podcast-related work. Slacker.
So, we're sitting at Kevin's table in our Canada studio, and there's a fortune from a Chinese fortune cookie. Am I allowed to say Chinese fortune cookie? Is that racist?
No.
Okay.
What's wrong with Chinese?
Oh.
It's not like you said Oriental.
So, the
Or
book
slope.
Here's the fortune. The book should be a ball of light in one's hand.
Okay, then. I think that was... I don't ever recall getting that fortune, so that means either my wife got it or my son got it. And somehow it ended up staying on this table.
What does that mean? Let's discuss. The book should be a ball of light in one's hand. It's ironic because typically you need two hands to hold the book.
It means read and you shall be enlightened.
Profound.
Maybe.
Very profound. What the hell's on my foot?
I don't know. I was about to ask the same thing.
Plastic from Rite Aid.
Okay.
You guys are slobs.
Is it 2-year-old?
What does a Rite Aid bag have to do with a 2-year-old? Did he go shopping at Rite Aid without you?
No, but it's probably on the floor because of him.
Why is it in the garbage?
Because you realize he'll go and pull things out of the garbage, right?
You do realize when you lived at 72nd Street before him, that still would have been on the floor probably.
Depends on how it got on the floor in the first place.
You can't
I'd say, if anything, there's probably just more crap on the floor.
Ooh, here's a picture of him at Chuck E. Cheese. I think he needs a mustache.
No.
Fine.
Leave our cheesy Chuck E. Cheese memories alone.
So what's doing in your boring life?
No, my life's boring. I'm sorry.
So
Big yawn.
Yankees have taken 2 out of 3 from the Mets. Yay!
Yeah, as of about, 5 minutes ago?
Maybe like 8 minutes ago at this point.
Maybe.
We were recording for 3, and it was at least more than 5 minutes from when the game ended to when we started. So I'm going to go with at least 12 minutes.
Sure. Whatever.
Yankees have been playing pretty well.
Yeah.
And we had the first ever Stanley Cup victory for the Washington Capitals.
Yes, we did.
I still think Ovechkin...
And yet another victory for the Golden State Warriors, I believe.
Yeah, fuck them, but I still think Ovechkin's the best player in the hockey.
A lot of people say that, and I can't really deny it.
Some people say Crosby, but he's a little bitch.
Crosby was supposed to be like the second coming of Gretzky, but
so
not quite.
Phil Hughes was supposed to be the second coming of Roger Clemens without the roids.
See, that's why he's not so good.
And the Golden State Warriors won the championship.
Yes, and they're not invited to the White House.
I thought they said they wouldn't go.
They said they wouldn't go, and Trump basically said, well, I'm not going to invite them anyway.
See, I support the not inviting the Eagles to the White House for a different reason than Trump.
But just because they're a Philly team?
Exactly.
Whatever. I think the whole thing's stupid. It's more of Trump just...
He can't accept criticism.
It's more of his posturing.
He's like a... Does this come apart?
Yes, it does, but not the way you think. Like that. You stop playing with my son's toys.
Why, you want to play?
Not right now, no.
But don't put toys in front of me.
Fine, they're not in front of you anymore.
So you're going to play with them. Yeah, this is for our Instagram.
What? Kevin playing with a Matchbox bulldozer? Is it Matchbox? Hot Wheels? Matchbox? I don't know.
Speaking of toys, this is funny. So my nephew's birthday is on Monday. He's turning 15. In the state of Florida, he gets his learner's permit.
Oy.
So when we were there in March, he was saying he wanted this ridiculous Acura car, and I couldn't remember what it was. It was like $175,000. I was going to see if I could find the actual model of it or a Matchbox version of it and send it to him, but I didn't remember what it was, and I didn't want to ask him. So when I sent him his gift, which is a video game, I also sent him a pair of fuzzy red dice.
Okay.
He gets the package. It was shipped to him. I sent it early, and it's in this blue bag. He looks at the card. It says, "For your car." And he just looks at my sister, his mom, and she goes, "It's fuzzy red. It's fuzzy dice." He opened it up, and it's like, "How did you know?" She's like, "I just knew that's what he was going to send you."
So the moral of this, your sister knows you.
I think she bought me fuzzy dice when I got my car.
Maybe. I feel like I made a set of fuzzy dice
in home and careers or something like that.
Yeah, in home ec class when I was in 7th grade, and I saved them, and I think I put them in my car.
No, if you remember, I had a pair of black fuzzy dice in the Grand Am.
Yeah, it sounds vaguely familiar.
With the built-in phone.
But then again, that was a built-in brick.
You remember
with
that
a receiver.
Yeah, that was 20 years ago, dude.
Yeah, it
More
was.
I had that car from 96 through 99.
I'm surprised it lasted that long.
So I'm surprised somebody bought it.
Really? It didn't just go to a junkyard?
No. And then after that, we had the Saturn for 3 years.
Yeah, that was another piece of shit. It was just a newer piece of shit.
It actually wasn't a bad car. It just had no pickup.
Yeah. The Pontiac was on the verge of falling apart.
Well, you heard the story about the last trip home from Penn State with that, right?
Is that when you hit Bambi?
No, that was a different trip home from Penn State. My parents picked me up at school because I just...
Oh, yeah. Didn't the car break down somewhere and your parents had to drive you the rest of the way?
Yeah, it broke down in front of the Atria on 347 in Heatherwood.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
For those of you who don't know, that's literally 3 minutes from where my parents used to live.
Yeah, give or take.
And we're... anytime we came to a full stop, the car would stall. So we're talking to my dad, and we're like, "Dad, take the LIE. Don't take the Parkway." He's like, "Well, I'm like, no, we don't want to spend a half hour on 347. Take the LIE."
So what does he do?
He takes the Parkway. You don't seem surprised by this.
No, I don't. Because I know your family.
Kevin had the pleasure of taking a ride home with my parents in the car.
Yes.
Our housewarming party, right?
Yes. It was more entertaining than watching the Three Stooges argue.
Tony Awards tomorrow night.
Yay.
I saw one Tony-nominated musical this week.
SpongeBob.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
They actually do sing that, but it's not the opening number. They do it at the end, during the the curtain call.
Who lives in the pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob. Absorbent and porous and yellow is he.
How many times have you watched this stupid show?
I don't know.
I've never.
If nautical nonsense is something you wish,
you have issues.
Then flop on the deck and flop like a fish.
A flish?
Yes, a flish.
Is that what they say, or is that what you say?
No, they say fish.
Okay. You flunked flank. Get the flunk out of here.
Get the flank out of here.
That's history of the world, right?
Yes, it is.
Will you stop playing with the stupid toys, though?
No, now I have to find all the little parts that my son constantly breaks off and has me put back together anyway.
It's always fun watching a grown man try to put cars back together.
What? No, well, he just breaks off like this plastic scoop shovel from a bulldozer / backhoe. It just snaps back in. And yet, my supposedly smart 3-year-old can't figure that out.
You just said backhoe.
Yes, that is a technical term for a piece of heavy equipment.
That just reminded me of Jeopardy when Ken Jennings was on there, and what's the answer goes, "What is a hoe?" And he said it like that. I don't know why I just thought of that. How smart can you?
I always remember that guy on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire who, on his last question,
the guy who
he didn't use any lifelines, and then on the $1 million question, he
called his dad.
He wanted to call his dad, and he goes, "Yeah, I don't actually need your help. I just wanted to call you to tell you I'm going to win $1 million."
Yeah, I remember that.
That was great.
That was the first guy to win the million.
Yes.
I love. My favorite was, I think there was a guy who got eliminated on the first question, and Regis didn't know what to say.
Good Lord, how do you get eliminated on that question? That's like losing on the first question of HQ now.
That happened to me once. Not because I didn't know the question, because my finger slipped and I clicked the wrong thing. You can't change your answer. Yeah.
I was pissed. I got knocked out of the like $400,000 game the other night because because the whole thing froze right around the time that he pushed out the first question. The video froze, but I could still hear the audio, so I waited and waited, and the question never popped up. And then he started talking about the answers and that 1.6 million or whatever were still continuing. I was like, shit, I got knocked out. I'm beat.
Yeah, they have some technical issues sometimes.
Yes, most of the time it's okay, but
I think they weren't anticipating the. This I think goes like this actually.
It can go either way.
No, it fits better this way.
It goes both ways.
It's not bi-ho-ish. I've gotten to question 12 once and I lost.
I won once.
Yeah, Max can afford to go to.
Max can afford to buy a pack of double mint gum.
Would you want like $1.90 or something like that?
$1.95. A $5,000 prize split, or $5,000 prize split amongst 2,500 people. So clearly, it wasn't that complicated of a game.
No, I didn't get a notification for tonight.
They don't. I don't know. Saturdays are weird. I don't always get notifications on Saturdays either. It
says the next game is at midnight tonight.
Really? Hooah!
I don't know if I'll be home by then.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how quickly we get this done.
Okay, and
although in the traffic, in traffic now, you should be able to get home in like
about half
45. Hour. I don't know about half hour, but 45 minutes. You should be able to make it.
So, should we talk about our favorite target on this?
There's a few other things that have happened recently that we can discuss.
Okay, so please.
The recent rash of suicides. And granted, there was Kate Spade, but I don't think you could talk that much about Kate Spade.
No, but I did find something interesting out. You know who her brother-in-law is?
Yeah, David Spade.
I had no clue.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that for a long time either. But I remember looking something up about her. I forget why, but somehow I was reading something about her. And I was like, "Oh shit, David Spade's her brother-in-law."
I just never associated them together.
Neither did I. I didn't realize, but then I had read this a long time ago, and then I forgot about it, and I thought maybe she was actually directly related to him.
No, her husband.
Her husband is his brother.
So why do we have a receipt for a Metro card?
Is it a receipt? That's not, let me see that. That's not a receipt for a Metro card. That looks like a...
No, it's a receipt for a Metro card.
Give me this.
No. It says at the bottom, Metro card, paid.
Yes, that's the payment type. It was somebody who used a Metro card to pay a fare for select bus service.
Okay, regardless, why do you have the receipt still from 2 months ago?
This is probably part of my wife's crap. I usually throw those out after I get off the bus.
They give you one because of the...
When you take... Have you never taken select bus service?
Why would I have?
That's true. Okay, so the way select bus service works, for those who don't understand, is it's essentially a local bus, but you don't get on the bus at the front and pay your fare at the fare box up there. Instead, they have machines at each bus stop, and you pay your fare there, and then you get a receipt like this, which
Right.
you have to take on the bus with you. And they will, at random stops, they will have like MTA security people get on and check for people's tickets to make sure they all have them. And if you don't, they will pull you off the bus and you get like $100 fine.
Really?
Yeah. So, but the idea is that this way, when the bus stops, everybody can get in and out of all doors of the bus. Everybody doesn't have to get on the front door, and select bus service buses have dedicated lanes that only the buses are supposed to be in.
Gotcha. So is that the one right here?
No.
No.
It's most likely for the bus on 34th Street.
Yeah.
Because my wife uses that to go to her doctor's appointments. In fact, it says right on here, it's from the M34.
Yep. So Max is about. Do we tell the audience yet, or?
Yeah, I think we can tell the audience. Yeah, Max is going to be a big brother. He's going to have a baby sister
Named Candy Elizabeth Kane.
No.
Named.
Somebody just told. Oh, I think it was like somebody just told me that they knew somebody with the last name Kane, and they had a daughter that they named Honey. Yeah, weird.
Honey Kane.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, that wasn't it. It was my niece wanted to name the girl Honey. She wanted to name our daughter Honey. I was like, the name Honey Kane? No, I don't think so.
Sounds like a breakfast cereal. That was honeycomb.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it just sounds like another stripper name.
And what is your number one goal as a job as a father to a daughter?
Keep her off the pole and out of clear heels.
Exactly.
Okay, well, hopefully we can pull that off.
I have faith in you.
Yeah, I'll try.
Then we had the suicide of Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
Him I knew a little more about. I never really watched Parts Unknown or whatever it's called.
I don't know if I ever watched that. I remember watching one of his show, like a couple episodes of one of his shows, and just watching like some of the other people that he badmouthed and insulted. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people he didn't like, and he was highly
I'm convinced
opinionated.
he didn't commit suicide. I'm convinced some of the shit he put in his body killed him.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, granted, he had a drug problem for years. He was a very unabashed drinker and smoker, but
what's wrong with that? What the world needs now.
But yeah, well, he definitely did some interesting. He did some interesting stuff. I actually I had a couple of work lunches
with Anthony Bourdain.
With clients at the restaurant that I think he worked at or was part owner of.
What restaurant?
Les Halles, I think is the correct pronunciation. LES and then capital HALLES.
Oh, the Belgian place, right?
Yeah. They had the original one was on I think Park Avenue somewhere,
like
but they had one.
They
had one on John Street downtown, and I had
it was
lunches
right by,
with clients.
It was like a 24-hour place.
I don't know if it was 24 hours or not.
It was
but
right
I found
by
out
Union
just recently
Square,
that
right?
the one on I don't know. I don't know where it was, but I know that there was one on John Street, and that was the last one that remained open, and it just closed I think in October. What is that?
Who do you think's calling?
Your wife?
Nope.
Your mother?
Yes.
Why is she calling you now? It's 10:30 at night.
Probably tell me about the show they went to. Yeah, his restaurant was Les Halles.
Yeah.
I think that's where like his book is based on.
I think so. Is his experience working in the kitchen there?
Oh, excuse me. I am tired today.
Yeah, join the club.
I am a bachelor for the next 72 hours and for the past 48.
Ooh.
My wife is...
Scott's wife is traveling.
She's up in Boston.
Lucky her. Maybe.
She's going to Fenway Park for a party, and I told her to do an upper decker in the bathroom.
Park a car in the yard.
Chowder. Say chowder, Frenchie.
Chowder.
Say chowder.
All right, I need to go get water.
Oh, fill me up some. Great, I have to do a card trick again.
Yeah, do a card trick.
I don't remember which one's mine.
The one with the ice in it.
No, that works. So, let's see. How can I stall? We can hear me sing. It's the song. I don't know any songs. I'm drawing a blank. Having a panic attack. I can't do the show without by myself. Kev, hurry up.
Sure you can.
Okay, Kev told me sure I can, so he gave me confidence. Okay, calming down. I'm in an elevator. I'm in an elevator with Heather Locklear, and I'm very warm. Very warm. What is PJ Masks?
Oh boy.
Oh, sounds like we have another winner of children's.
Winner of a children's show.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Kevin will enlighten us with the regal tale of PJ Masks.
I don't know if regal tale is appropriate, but
Is it worse than the Merpups?
no, the Merpups is pretty much the bottom of the barrel in my mind in a lot of ways.
Do you feel that our children's television shows were much better than the crap your son watches?
Not necessarily. Okay, so PJ Masks it's these three kids, and every episode they find something like some kind of mischief or something has been done, and then for whatever reason they find it suitable to just wait until the evening to go and fix it, because when it's their bedtime, the nighttime is the right time to save the day or something. I forget what their phrasing is, but basically when they go to bed in their pajamas, they can activate something, and then they become the PJ Masks superheroes. And then, so these kids basically don't sleep at all because they go to school or whatever during the day, and then at night they're out doing superhero shit.
So this is promoting kids to stay up late to fight crime. I like it.
Yeah, sort of. So there's three of them. You have Greg, who becomes Gecko, who has a power of
I assume he's the one
super
facing
strength.
me.
Yeah, he's the green one. So yeah, I think one of his powers is super strength, and he can climb up walls. Then you have Amaya, the girl who becomes Owlette. She can fly, and I think she has like super sight or something. I don't know, maybe I forget. And then you have Connor, who becomes Catboy, who can run super fast. And I forget what else, if anything.
Is he a pussy?
Ha 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 ha.
Where do they come up with this shit?
So yeah, they
Does
they
Max
go
like
into
it?
the night to save the day.
Does Max like it?
He does, because some of the kids that he goes to daycare with are into it. So then he got interested, and he has us watch it sometimes. I mean, the shows are stupid, but it's not as completely off the wall ridiculous as Merpups.
Yeah. I still remember, I remember how excited I was when He-Man and the Masters of the Universe premiered.
Why were you excited when it premiered? It's
we
not
had the
you knew
toys
what it
already.
was. Oh, okay. Like I
That's one thing.
remember.
The toys that made us. You should watch the whole thing about He-Man. The thing with He-Man is the commercialization of it. The show was made to sell toys. Not the
What
other
a
way around.
shocker!
The toy line predated the cartoon.
I found the stuff about Star Wars. Like I had no idea that what was it? Kenner was the company. That
Yeah, I
they were
know.
like a nothing toy company in Cincinnati, and the only reason they managed to survive as long as they did is because of the money they made from Star Wars.
Oh, they've made billions of dollars on Star Wars.
Yeah.
And the G.I. Joe one's pretty interesting also. Put Hasbro on the map. And Hasbro stands for like Hasmonean Brothers or something like that.
Okay.
The Barbie one and the Hello Kitty one are the two most fascinating.
Why is the Barbie one so fascinating?
Okay, Barbie was started because Mattel was headed by a married couple, and they were in Europe on a trip, and she saw this doll of like a hooker, and that was the inspiration for Barbie.
A hooker?
Yeah, it was like
Okay then.
it's interesting, and Lego was pretty interesting also.
Yeah, Lego I probably have some interest in.
Lego is there's like a town in Norway that's like where Lego is from.
Oh, okay.
And like there's like certain rules and like Lego almost went out of business in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Did they? I don't know. I feel like I remember hearing something about
There's
that.
like this Bionics line that saved them.
Yeah. We just got my nephew for his birthday. We got him it's like programmable. It's a set of like programmable Legos.
Yeah,
that they came out with in like the early 2000s.
That was part of the show also.
Yeah.
But like Lego is kind of interesting. What else did they do? It was Star Wars, Transformer. No, the first four were Star Wars, G.I. Joe, He-Man, and Barbie. The second four were Star Trek, Transformers, Lego, and Hello Kitty.
Really? You didn't find the Transformers one that interesting?
The thing that I felt about all the ones that, like the Transformers, G.I. Joe, He-Man, and Star Wars, and even Star Trek, I knew most of it. Star Trek was interesting because I didn't know as much about the Star Trek toy line.
Okay. Yeah.
It's kind of cool. It's actually kind of interesting. They don't really go into much about the show. It's more about the toy line and like how it got made.
I'd imagine.
Because Star Trek toys weren't appealing to kids. They were appealing to collectors.
So then why would those be the toys that made us?
Because the line's been around for 50 years.
Meh.
Tool.
Hey, it's Star Trek. Sorry, I'm not that interested.
Well, are you interested in books?
Sure, I like books. You can like books too. Go to www.audibletrial.com/citizenho, and there you can sign up for a free 30-day trial account and get a free audiobook download. There are thousands upon thousands of titles to choose from, such as
Kitchen Confidential: Adventures in the Culinary Underbelly by Anthony Bourdain, narrated by Anthony Bourdain.
Aww.
So you get to it's like dealing with a ghost.
You.
Moving right along.
There's
Something that came out on Netflix. The Voltron continues this week. I know on Friday.
New Voltron?
Yeah, there's a whole Voltron series they brought back. It's actually really good.
I vaguely remember hearing about that.
They're bringing She-Ra back also.
Oh, Lord.
Lost in Space happens.
Didn't somebody try and bring She-Ra back a couple of years ago?
No, they brought He-Man back.
Oh, it was just He-Man?
It was excellent, actually.
Okay.
I think that's on Netflix also. I also own the whole series if you want to borrow it. What else? TV. A lot of my shows got canceled, which is probably a good thing. Oh, so let's do a quick Silicon Valley recap, since we didn't really talk about the whole season.
Okay, go.
Overall, I felt that, for those who don't, we'll give you a quick rundown of the series. Pied Piper was appearing to make it with their new internet. They were acquiring business, expanding, and then long story short, their technology got stolen, and the guys came back and saved themselves.
Yeah, something like that.
Overall, I felt that they were able to equate for the loss of T.J. Miller's character. I think Jin Yang was really hysterical this season. I would like what
borderline diabolical.
Yeah, I would like them to use Big Head a little more.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
And Guilfoyle, I think, was the linchpin.
The interplay between him and Dinesh is really good. Always has been. I think they put more of a spotlight on it this year.
My favorite Guilfoyle moment of the season was at the end of the final episode where he goes to Laurie, "I like you," but it wasn't like sexual or anything like that. It was just, and she knew it.
Nothing he ever does is
What
sexual.
are you doing on your phone?
I'm futzing. Leave me alone.
What's more important than this podcast?
I'm talking, aren't I?
You're not paying attention.
Yes, I am.
What did I just say?
You were talking about Guilfoyle and Laurie Bream.
Yeah.
So
not Laurie. I got it wrong. It was Guilfoyle
Amanda?
and Amanda. No, that's her real name.
Is it?
Amanda Crew is the actress.
Oh, yeah.
Bream Hall. Hall.
Monica.
How do we always forget the hot girl?
I don't know.
But their interaction was pretty good. It's coming back next year. Veep will be back, and Game of Thrones is ending.
Veep? I thought Veep was done.
Has one more season coming left.
Oh, I thought there wasn't. What, did they not have a season this year? Or am I
They're
crazy?
doing it next year. They're kind of doing a Sopranos thing with it.
Oh, okay.
I think they had to delay filming because of her health.
Her breast cancer. Yeah,
I still
that
think
would
she,
make sense.
I love her. I think she's looks better now than she did when she was on Seinfeld.
I don't know if she looks better than she did when she was on Seinfeld, but no, she's still. She's a great comedic actress.
She's also a billionaire.
Yeah, well, she's got family connections.
Yeah, Dreyfus Financial.
Yeah, lucky her.
All right. And real quick, movie reviews. Have you seen any summer movies?
No, I have not.
Avengers was good. Solo was eh. I shouldn't say Solo was eh. Solo was fun, but it didn't need to be made. There was one spoiler which I won't spoil for you, but like one big deal happened. But you know the line in the New Hope where he goes, "You've never heard of the Millennium Falcon, the ship that did the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs?"
Yeah,
they explain that.
Ooh.
They actually do the Kessel Run. They show the Sabacc game where Han wins the Falcon from Lando. Donald Glover as Lando stole the movie. Like at times, if you close your eyes, you heard Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Actually, even in all the trailers and stuff,
yeah,
like the guy who's Han, I don't know. To me, he just didn't look enough like Han Solo.
That stuff doesn't bother me that much. Like who looks at it, but just that Donald Glover doesn't look like Billy D. But he had the swagger down and the impersonation. Donald Glover is just too fucking talented. It's not fair.
Aww.
And the guy who played Chewbacca.
Wait, is he related to Danny Glover?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Are you just saying that because they have the same last name and they're both black? Racist.
Well, and they're both actors.
That's like saying, oh, you're Horowitz. You're a Jew named Horowitz. Are you related to so and so?
What is it, Donald Glover?
Yeah.
I'm going to look this up. You look shit up all the time.
He's not racist.
So.
Oh, he's not racist. He's not related.
He's not racist.
He's not related to Danny Glover.
No. His father is Donald Glover Sr.
But he's pretty damn talented. All right.
He performs music under the stage name Childish Gambino.
Yeah. Watch his video for This Is America. It's kind of fucked up.
I feel like I heard about that one.
He does this like dance around and he like shoots people and stuff. It's kind of weird.
Oh, yeah, I did hear. Now I remember that.
And last night I went to see Deadpool 2.
Is that any good?
I liked it. It wasn't as good as the first one, though.
That's usually what happens with sequels.
There are some moments in it that were hysterical. There's one scene that just is fucking, like, unbelievably hilarious. But it doesn't top the sex scene in the first movie. Did you see the first?
I saw it, like, once. I don't remember a sex scene.
There's a scene where they're celebrating all these different holidays. Having sex. They're like, happy this day, happy this day. Then she goes, happy Women's Liberation Day, and they pull back and she's fucking him in the ass with the dildo.
Oh.
It's just pretty funny. It's just like women's equality.
Yeah, I know. I understand the joke.
All right. And on that note, I think it's time to segue into movies.
That's a segue?
Yes, it's a mono...
Piss poor segue.
Your mother's a piss poor segue.
So we start off with Hereditary, starring Toni Collette, Gabriel Byrne, and Alex Wolff. When Ellen, the matriarch of the Graham family, passes away, her daughter's family begins to unravel cryptic and increasingly terrifying secrets about their ancestry. The more they discover, the more they find themselves trying to outrun the sinister fate they seem to have inherited. Making his feature debut, writer-director Ari Aster unleashes a nightmare vision of a domestic breakdown that exhibits the craft and precision of a nascent auteur, transforming a familial tragedy into something ominous and deeply disquieting, and pushing the horror movie into chilling new terrain with its shattering portrait of heritage gone to hell.
Jewish director cred? I'm going rotten. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I have to go rotten on that too. That's just, I don't know, stupid horror movie.
Hotel Artemis. Jodie Foster, Dave Bautista, Sterling K. Brown. A nurse runs an underground hospital for LA's most sinister criminals, finds that one of her patients is actually there to assassinate another.
Dun dun dun.
Actually sounds kind of interesting to me.
I was going to say Jodie Foster cred.
Okay. And Dave Bautista cred.
Why does he get cred?
I like the two Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Meh. All right. Next we have Ocean's 8, starring Sandra Bullock, Cate Blanchett, and Anne Hathaway. Debbie Ocean, Sandra Bullock, attempts to pull off the heist of the century at New York City's star-studded annual Met Gala. Her first stop is to assemble the perfect crew: Lou, Cate Blanchett; Nineball, Rihanna; Amita, Mindy Kaling; Constance, Awkwafina; Rose, Helena Bonham Carter; Daphne Kluger, Anne Hathaway; and Tammy, Sarah Paulson. And that's all they have to say.
I actually saw the trailers and think it looks kind of funny.
No, I think it might be amusing, but I don't know if it's necessarily a good movie. I'm going to go rotten on this.
211. Nicolas Cage, Corey Hardrict, Michael Rainey Jr. Inspired by one of the longest and bloodiest real-life events in police history, Officer Mike Chandler, Nicolas Cage, and a young civilian passenger find themselves underprepared and outgunned when fate puts them squarely in the crosshairs of a daring bank heist in progress by a fearless team of highly trained and heavily armed men. Nicolas Cage, lack of cred?
Yes.
Yeah.
Precisely. Okay, Hearts Beat Loud, starring Nick Offerman, Ted Danson, and Sasha Lane. In the hip Brooklyn neighborhood of Red Hook, single dad and record store owner Frank, Nick Offerman, is preparing to send his hard-working daughter, Sam, Kiersey Clemens, off to college while being forced to close his vintage shop. Hoping to stay connected through their shared musical passions, Frank urges Sam to turn their weekly jam sesh into a father-daughter live act. After their first song becomes an internet breakout, the two embark on a journey of love, growing up, and musical discovery. Aww.
I'm going rotten.
I'm going to go rotten on that one as well.
A journey of love between a father and daughter freaks me out. Nancy, Andrea Riseborough, J. Smith Cameron, Ann Dowd. A psychological thriller about love, intimacy, and trust, and what happens when lies become truth. Craving connections with others, Nancy creates elaborate identities and hoaxes under pseudonyms on the internet. When she meets a couple whose daughter went missing 30 years ago, fact and fiction begin to blur in Nancy's mind, and she becomes increasingly convinced these strangers are her real parents. As their bond deepens, reasonable doubts give way to willful belief, and the power of emotion threatens to overcome all rationality. I have no idea what I just read.
Rotten. All right. Won't You Be My Neighbor?
Fresh.
Takes an intimate look at America's favorite neighbor, Mr. Fred Rogers. A portrait of a man whom we all think we know, this documentary is an emotional and moving tale, or a moving film that takes you beyond zip-up cardigans and the land of make-believe, and into the heart of a creative genius who inspired generations of children with compassion and limitless imagination. Mr. Rogers cred.
If you don't give this movie a good review, you have no fucking heart cred.
Yeah, sure.
Zoo, Art Parkinson, Penelope Wilton. Based on a true story, 12-year-old Tom, Art Parkinson, and his misfit friends fight to save Buster the baby elephant during the air raids on Belfast in 1941. Does that look animated to you?
It kind of does. True story cred.
Sure.
All right. McQueen. A documentary on the life of famed fashion designer Alexander McQueen.
Documentary cred.
Yes.
I thought it was going to be about Steve McQueen.
Aww.
I think he has like the record for most amount of money made posthumously or something like that.
Steve McQueen?
Yeah.
He might. I don't know. Anyway, get to the ratings.
Hereditary, 98%. Ocean's 8, 68% fresh.
Oh, so close.
Hotel Artemis, rotten. Hearts Beat Loud. Do we have that? 92% fresh. We're doing bad. Nancy, fresh. 75%. Zoo, fresh. 80%. Won't you be my neighbor? 99% fresh. Somebody give it a bad review. Person doesn't have a heart.
Dick.
We know who you are. More importantly, we know who you live. 211 I can't find. And McQueen is the other one.
Search, search, search.
No reviews. All right, folks. So that's our episode. We'll try to record again sometime soon.
Yeah, sure.
You can like us on Facebook at Citizen Ho, tweet us at Citizen Ho Pod, Instagram at Citizen Ho Pod, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. Like us, review us, love us, suck our dicks, whatever you want. Email us at dumbass@citizenho.com. Scott.
I'm Kevin.
Be excellent to each other.
Bye-bye.
Station!